Hey, this is Liz Bentley and Happy New Year. You made it to 2022. Whew, what a relief. We're ready to start a new year and we are ready to be fabulous this year. What's so awesome about the beginning of a year is we always think it's our big opportunity to restart and get rid of all those bad habits we had in 2021. Like that was just a mistake. I'm not going to do that this year. So because of that, I like to ask my clients this question, which is, what do you not want to be talking about this time next year? So what I mean by that is if in 2021 you were constantly talking about revamping your marketing department or hiring another salesperson or reconfiguring your finances or looking at your social media differently or spending more time with your spouse and doing more date nights or investing more in your friendships and your personal life or losing that 10 pounds, whatever it is, okay? Whatever it is that you are really talking about in 2021, I want you to make a list of those things and make a commitment to yourself that you're not going to be talking about them this time next year. Now, here's how I want you to do this exercise. First, I want you to look at your life in 3 categories. I want you to look at your work life, your family life, and your personal life. And I want you to list out the things that you talked about last year a lot that you would like to change and not talk about this time next year, okay, in each one of those categories. Then I want you to pare it down because I don't want you to have too many things you're working on. I want you to have a maximum of 6 things, so maybe you could have 2 things from each category or 3 things from one category and 1 thing from another, whatever, but no more than 6, and 2 or 3 that are actually mission critical, okay? All right, then I want you to look at those lists, especially the mission critical things, and look at how long have you had this problem. Has this been a problem only for the last 6 months or only for the last year? Or has this been going on a long time? For example, if you've been wanting to lose 10 pounds for the last 15 years, it's likely that you're going to be at this weight for the next 15 years unless you do something really different. So the longer you've been talking about the problem, the more stuck you are in it and the less likely it is that you can actually make a change. So while that sounds like bad news, it's really just reality. And I want you to recognize that the longer you've had the problem, the more of the shift you need to make in your life to make this change happen. Okay? So that's the first thing, is really thinking about how long. Then I want you to look at the problem and say, why do we have this problem? Break it down, figure it out. What's really going on that's putting you in this place? And why do you really have this problem? And break that down and look at it. Then I want you to create steps to get around it. Look at the things you own, not the things that other people own, because you can't control anyone else. You can only fix yourself. So make a list of the things you're going to do. And then last but not least, put together a timeline and get a good timeline going right now. Like, what do you want to accomplish by January to kick it off and get it started? What do you want to accomplish by the end of February, by the end of March, by the end of April? Because if you can get some really good momentum in the first 4 months of the year, it will keep going. But make sure you check in with yourself leading into the summer by June 30th, because we're halfway through and you want to say, okay, how did I do so far? All right. So, get out there and do it. We've got to hit the ground running and know that it's going to be a great year. Thanks.